What if the drink sitting in your refrigerator right now, the one you pour every single morning, the one your physician has probably never told you to stop, has a higher glycemic impact on your bloodstream than eating a glazed donut on an empty stomach? Not soda, not an energy drink, not a milkshake, something labeled natural, something labeled 100% real, something that generations of well-meaning people have handed to their families every morning as an act of care. I have spent years reviewing the metabolic literature on aging and blood glucose regulation, and the pattern I keep encountering in the research on adults over 60 is one of the most quietly damaging nutritional misunderstandings of the past 4 decades. People are not failing to manage their blood sugar because they lack discipline. They are failing because they have been systematically miseducated about which substances trigger the most destructive insulin responses in the aging body. Today, I am going to rank the 7 drinks most responsible for silent blood sugar damage in older adults, from harmful to catastrophic. I will show you the molecular mechanism behind each one, what the clinical research actually found, and the exact substitution that changes the outcome. And I will start with the one that will genuinely surprise you. Please note, I am a researcher, not a physician. This information is intended to help you have more informed conversations with your own healthcare provider, especially if you are on medications that affect blood glucose. Before the rankings, you need to understand one foundational mechanism, because without it, none of what follows will make complete sense. When you eat a whole piece of fruit, the fructose inside it is structurally locked within plant cell walls. Your digestive system must physically break down that cellular architecture before the sugar can reach your bloodstream. This process takes between 90 minutes and 3 hours. During that window, your pancreas releases insulin in small, measured pulses, a graduated response that your cells handle with ease. When you drink that same fruit in liquid form, the fiber is gone. The cell walls are gone. The structural protection is gone. The fructose passes through your intestinal lining and enters your bloodstream in under 10 minutes. Your pancreas detects what registers as a metabolic emergency and floods your system with insulin at 3 to 4 times the normal release rate to pull that glucose out of circulation before it damages your blood vessels. Here is where aging changes everything. After age 60, pancreatic beta cell mass, the cells responsible for insulin production, has typically declined by 20 to 40% compared to young adulthood, according to research published in the journal Diabetes. The remaining beta cells are already working harder than those of a younger person just to manage baseline glucose regulation. Every unnecessary liquid sugar load is an additional emergency response demand placed on a system with diminished reserve capacity. The result over months and years is beta cell exhaustion, progressive insulin resistance, and eventually the cellular conditions that produce type 2 diabetes, all while the person drinking the liquid believes they are supporting their health. With that mechanism clear, here are the 7 offenders. This is the entry-level offender, but it causes disproportionate damage precisely because the marketing is so effectively deceptive. Vitamin-infused waters, electrolyte-enhanced waters, antioxidant sparkling waters with fruit names on the label. These products are sold as hydration upgrades. The branding suggests they are better than plain water. They are not. A standard 20-ounce bottle of one of these products contains between 28 and 32 grams of sugar, often in the form of crystalline fructose, a processed fructose compound that is absorbed even faster than standard table sugar. A 2020 study from Yale University found that consuming artificial sweeteners alongside real sugar triggers what is called cephalic phase insulin release. Your brain detects sweetness, signals your pancreas to begin releasing insulin, and when insufficient glucose arrives, your blood sugar drops and hunger spikes. For older adults specifically, this mechanism is compounded by age-related reduction in taste sensitivity. Research shows adults over 65 have approximately 30% fewer functioning taste buds than they did at 40, meaning they tend to consume more of these drinks to achieve satisfying flavor. The substitution, plain water. If flavor is needed, infuse plain water with lemon, cucumber, or a few whole berries for several hours. The sugar content is negligible, the absorption is slow, and your pancreas operates in its normal resting state. This one carries particular credibility damage because it is widely promoted within the senior health community as a convenient nutritional delivery system. The mechanism of harm here is physical, not chemical. When whole fruit is blended, the mechanical action of the blades ruptures plant cell walls and destroys the fibrous matrix that normally controls sugar absorption speed. What your digestive system was designed to work on for 2 hours is effectively pre-digested in 30 seconds. A 2021 study from the University of Toronto compared blood glucose responses between whole fruit and blended smoothies using identical ingredients. The smoothie group showed blood glucose spikes 38% higher and insulin levels 47% higher at the 30-minute mark. A typical blended smoothie containing 1 banana, 1 cup of strawberries, 1 cup of blueberries, and plant-based milk delivers approximately 45 grams of sugar, with virtually all of it arriving in the bloodstream within 20 minutes. The substitution is exact and simple. Eat the same ingredients whole, same fruit, same nutritional content, chewed slowly, consumed over 10 to 15 minutes with a meal that includes protein and fat. The glucose response is dramatically different. This category targets a specific demographic: health-conscious older adults who have already eliminated soda and juice and are actively seeking premium alternatives. The price point reinforces the perception that these products are different. They do not. A standard 16-ounce cold-pressed green juice typically contains the juice of 4 to 5 whole apples for sweetness. Those 4 to 5 apples contribute 60 to 75 grams of fructose. Every gram of fiber has been extracted and discarded. Research published in Diabetes Care in 2018 from Harvard Medical School found that regular consumers of cold-pressed juice showed 41% higher incidence of insulin resistance after 24 months compared to those who consumed the same in whole form. There is an additional complication: oxalate concentration. Leafy greens like spinach contain oxalates. When juiced daily, oxalates are concentrated by 10 to 15 times. In older adults with declining kidney function, this substantially elevates kidney stone risk. If you are watching this and recognizing drinks you consume every day, you are not alone. That is what Golden Glow Senior exists to do. Subscribe to this channel now and turn on notifications. The next video covers breakfast foods that spike sugar even faster. Now, drink number 4. This one is specifically marketed to seniors concerned about staying active and hydrated. A standard 20-ounce sports drink contains 36 grams of sugar, equivalent to 9 teaspoons, alongside 270 milligrams of sodium. For older adults, the sodium-sugar combination creates a compounding problem. The sugar drives insulin, while the sodium increases blood volume and elevates blood pressure. CDC research found regular consumers had 28% higher average blood pressure readings. The blood sugar spike followed by the crash that occurs 60 to 90 minutes after consuming a sports drink produces dizziness, weakness, and postural instability, the exact conditions that increase fall risk. A product sold as protection is actually a fall risk amplifier. This category earns a separate ranking because it carries an additional layer of specific harm. An 8-ounce glass contains between 10 and 18 grams of sugar, with sodium content as high as 680 milligrams. For adults with hypertension, this is clinically significant. The European Journal of Clinical Nutrition published findings demonstrating that regular vegetable juice consumers showed equivalent rates of insulin resistance to fruit juice consumers. The type of plant was irrelevant. What determined the outcome was the absence of fiber. Concentrated beet juice introduces a separate risk: extremely high nitrate concentration. This can produce excessive vasodilation, a phenomenon called orthostatic hypotension, where blood pressure drops too rapidly upon standing, producing dizziness and significant fall risk. This category differs from the earlier smoothie in one dimension: the addition of ingredients that appear to add health value but actually amplify the glycemic problem. Honey, dates, agave syrup, and fruit juice base. Agave syrup contains 85% fructose, the highest concentration of any sweetener. Fructose does not spike blood glucose directly, so the index appears low, but the liver converts it into triglycerides, contributing to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. This is the most damaging entry on this list, not because it contains the most sugar, but because it is consumed in the highest volumes, with the greatest frequency, with the strongest belief that it is a health-supporting behavior. One 8-ounce glass contains the fructose of 4 whole oranges, with 0 fiber. A landmark study from the Harvard School of Public Health found that consuming 1 daily serving of fruit juice was associated with a 21% higher risk of type 2 diabetes. Consuming 3 weekly servings of whole fruit was associated with a 7% lower risk. The determining variable was the presence of fiber. Consider what this accumulates to over years. A person drinking 2 glasses of juice per day is delivering 50 to 60 grams of rapidly absorbed fructose before any other food. Over 30 years, the cumulative insulin demand placed on their pancreatic beta cells is staggering. Combination 1. Any sweet drink consumed on an empty stomach. With no protein, fat, or fiber to create a barrier, liquid sugar passes directly into your bloodstream at maximum speed. The subsequent insulin surge drives a crash that produces dizziness and weakness within 60 minutes. Combination 2. Liquid sugar paired with refined carbohydrates. Juice consumed with toast or cereal produces a stacked glucose load that drives insulin levels 4 to 5 times above normal. A 2019 study showed orange juice with white toast produced spikes 82% higher than with eggs and vegetables. Combination 3. Sweet beverages while on blood glucose medications. This is the most clinically urgent combination. If you are taking metformin or any medication that actively lowers blood glucose, consuming liquid fructose creates a dangerous biochemical conflict. The resulting instability creates significant fall risk. Discuss changes with your physician. Step 1. Remove every sweet drink from your home. Label reading criterion: more than 5 grams of sugar per serving. Pour it out. Step 2. Replace liquid fruit with whole fruit. Berries carry the highest fiber-to-sugar ratio. Stone fruits are second. Tropical fruits are occasional. Step 3. Restructure your morning. 8 ounces of water upon waking. Breakfast built around protein and healthy fat like eggs and avocado. Step 4. Track your blood glucose response. Most adults see fasting glucose drop 10 to 20 points within the first week. This data helps your physician adjust medications. The research has been clear for decades. If this is the kind of evidence-based health research you want, subscribe to Golden Glow Senior right now. Protect the metabolic independence that makes everything else in your life possible. Thank you for your time and attention.